So, Jeff, what happened here this weekend?
Oh, wow, what a great weekend. We held the Oslo Invitational event. Yesterday was the submission wrestling tournament, and now today is the Tim Lajcik seminar. He's doing a lot of wrestling that complements the ground game. All the matches obviously start from the feet. So he's given us some really good techniques and ways that we can get the fight to the ground, and then from there, positional control, and then we can start with the submission.
Okay, and it was a competition yesterday?
Yeah, it was. We had an in-house tournament. I believe representatives from 15 different academies came. About 75, 80 competitors. We began at 11. We finished just before 5. We ran 2 mats the whole day. Things ran as smoothly as could be expected. The staff was great, referees, scorekeepers, timekeepers, people at the door, running the weigh-ins with the registration. It was all smiles. Really good matches. The girls were amazing. The beginners division, it's really scary to see how good these top beginners are. And then the advanced guys, they just shined. Amazing, competitive, really close in skill, and just a lot of fun.
Okay, do you think the event was a success?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully this is going to be the first event of many. I'm encouraging a lot of the other academies to hold in-house events as well. It's good for the academy, it's good for the sport. It's great for all the students to get the experience, whether they're a beginner or they're a seasoned veteran. The more you compete, the better you're going to react, and it's just a great way for all the academies to become a little bit more social as well. Get to know each other and strengthen the community.
Okay, are you gonna have more prestigious guests like you have this weekend in the future?
Yeah, that's the goal. I'm very blessed with super talented friends and their friends. So long term, probably 2 more seminars in the next year, and hopefully a nice surprise next summer. Do a summer camp, maybe a tournament at the end, possibly add in some MMA event to cap off the week properly.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit about your time in the UFC and how you experienced it? And
well, I was in the UFC quite a long time ago, and back when it was in the 20s, I believe, 21, 22, 25. It was a different sort of environment than it was now. It was much smaller scale. I think I've fought 3 times in the UFC for a total of $5,000. So it was a lot smaller scale.
So yeah, so you think the sport obviously has evolved since then?
It's grown certainly and evolved as well. I mean, people back then what you had were initially guys were specialists. And then the guys that would start to do well were sort of hybrids of certain styles. And now you're finding more and more guys are training specifically for mixed martial arts. So they're just working on techniques that are specifically for mixed martial arts. So it has evolved quite a bit. It's a different breed of cat than was running around back then.
Okay, about the organization of the UFC, do you think it has evolved as well with the time, of course, and like good sides, bad sides of the evolution?
I mean, I think generally, there are fans that would probably appreciate the more gritty, hardcore nature of it in the past, but I don't think the level of competition certainly hasn't suffered. It's gotten better, and I think guys are just as tough now. And I think generally people are being, the athletes are being better paid and taken care of. So I think on balance, it's definitely a positive.
Have you ever thought of doing a comeback?
I think of it about every week and a half or so, and you know, it's one of those things that I competed for a long time in combative sports, and it's sort of a part of my fiber, and you know, and I'm always drawn toward it, or I'll watch people on the television. I'll think, man, I could beat that guy, or you know, I can be competitive with those guys. But the reality of it is, I'm 48 years old now, and I do okay sparring with guys that are preparing for the UFC. I get in there and handle my business pretty well, but to put together a 6 or 8 week training camp and go through that, my body hasn't shown that it can stand up to that these days. So I'd have to come up with some other training configuration to pull that off. And it may be time to grudgingly, pass the torch to those younger fighters. Okay. It's tough. It's tough for old fighters to give it up. It really is.
I believe you. What do you do now, and what have you been doing since you left the UFC?
I've been training other fighters. I'm training people that are just trying to learn either MMA or aspects of MMA, boxing or wrestling from a recreational standpoint. I've been doing that. I've been writing quite a bit, and lately I've been taking it. I've been going down a path where, I've always written nonfiction and stuff like that, but I've got a bunch of stories, fiction stories that I'm trying to put together into a compilation. I've had some poetry published, and so I'm trying to give writing an earnest effort. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on primarily. And getting out to places like this and sharing what I've learned over the years when I can. This is really a dream come true to get to Oslo. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, talking about that, how did you like teaching here and the competition, and how did you like your stay here?
So far, it's just been absolutely wonderful. I mean, people have been just enormously gracious to me. As far as the competition and the seminar today, I think the thing that stands out is the level of earnestness in people in wanting to learn this stuff and in their training is really uncommon. I mean, it's at a pretty high level, and you've really got a good thing going here. I know that politically it's not a great climate because of it's illegal here, but as far as the earnestness of the athletes, boy, it's strong, and it's a shame that it doesn't have that sort of push, politically, for people to get an outlet, because it's really an honorable sport, and everybody that I'm here is seem to be wonderful citizens, and they just it'd be nice to allow them to pursue this thing, as far as they want to take it, and unfortunately, I don't think in Norway allows that. So hopefully that will change.
Hopefully, yes. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.